this piece of paper in front of me, we are going to be talking about the finals of the Euros first. We'll go through the quarterfinals, then I'll do the semifinals, and finally the final. First, I've had a few people ask me about Copa America, wondering why I haven't done any videos about it. That's kind of a twofold answer. The first and the most easy answer I can give is that I have not really watched it. I watched a lot of the group stages of the Euros. I watched a little bit of the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, I didn't get to catch the semifinal, but I did watch the final. So I watched these matches, and the second part of that answer, I don't really want to get into it too much, but I just don't really support CONMEBOL as an organization. And looking today at what happened in the final, not really on the pitch necessarily, but at the stadium in the stands, the absolutely dangerous and disgraceful situations that were happening. I mean, not to mention, if you do want to talk about the pitch, terrible referees across the board in multiple matches, the rushed nature of getting the stadiums ready for the matches. Compare Copa America when U.S. Soccer was running the competition to when CONMEBOL was running the competition. And I just, in general, do not support that organization. I think it is a very corrupt organization. And I hope that they have absolutely no part in the planning or infrastructure or whatever else for the 2026 World Cup. So that is the longer answer to that question. But anyways, with the Euros here, we're going to go through the quarterfinals. England versus Switzerland. This was actually a really exciting match. At one point I thought that Switzerland did look like they might have the win in them. It goes to penalties, but England gets the win. They get 5 passed on penalties compared to Switzerland's 3. Netherlands, Turkey. I think I got all these predictions right here. According to one of the comments, I don't remember exactly 100%. I predicted every match, kind of just did it very quickly. But according to one of the comments, I went 8 for 8 or 4 for 4. I'm not sure exactly, but I got them all correct. So I'll take that. I'm gonna run with that as gospel. But it was 2-1 Turkey. For as much as I like their creativity, I think they're a very exciting side to watch. But the Netherlands was just too much, and a 2-1 victory for the Netherlands. Also, I'm sorry guys, this is going to be a bit of a short video. That's just the nature of these tournaments as you get deeper into them. There's not as much to say, but I suppose the purpose of these videos in general is relaxation, so again, my apologies. Tomorrow's video is about 40 minutes long, so I hope that will soothe over any potential frustrations you might have with me. Spain, Germany. Now, I predicted Spain to win this. I was really hoping Germany would, because this felt like it was going to be Thomas Mueller's final Euro, my favorite player of all time, as I've said in the past. And he did did confirm in social media earlier today he is retiring from the German national team. This is probably going to be his final season playing for Bayern. It's going to be a very emotional season for me. Like I say, he's my favorite player of all time. I absolutely love watching Thomas Müller play. I think he's extremely underrated player. But Germany could not get it done. Spain gets it done. A young, exciting team. They just played with more energy than Germany. A bit more fire. And they win that 2-1. Now France, Portugal. Also, I'm sorry that I'm handwriting this. I usually would have taken the bracket and photoshopped the names and stuff out and written it in there. But we are rearranging this office room. You might have noticed in my last video, this shelf behind me is totally different. And for a little while, there was just a couch off to the side of this space that was in a little bit of the shot. I don't even know if you guys noticed it or not. But we're just kind of in the process of completely rearranging this house. In this office space now, the printer is unplugged. We haven't found any spot for it because it no longer fits on the shelf behind me. So we have to find a spot for that, but that's why I'm handwriting this. This match, Portugal-France, a ghost penalties, 0-0 at full time. And another one of my favorite players, Cristiano Ronaldo, he ends up not going through. And he definitely had a struggle of a tournament, unfortunately, for his last ever Euros. Not the way he wanted this to end, I can tell you that much. He struggled all tournament long at times. He was really struggling with his free kicks at one point, things that I kind of feel like should be a given for him. He was just looking out of it, and I know he had an absolute screamer of a season over in the Saudi League. Although he did not win the Saudi League, I think he was the leading goal scorer over there and was very successful in that league. But it was kind of this weird thing because a lot of the other big names that went over to Saudi ended up not really doing much or leaving in some cases, but don't know, sort of a bittersweet end. I know some people have very negative opinions on Ronaldo. He's a guy who elicits a lot of strong reactions on both sides. I've never, he's never been my favorite player, really. He's one of them, but I do appreciate his play style. Now we have, so here we have the Netherlands, and we have England. Right there. And then here we have Spain, France. This was a match I was very excited for. Spain, at a certain point, kind of felt like the team of destiny to me. But I thought France, coming into this match, like I said, I felt like Spain was perhaps the team of destiny for this tournament. But France, I felt like, could knock them off. Honestly, this was a good match. Both these matches end, I guess, with the same scoreline. England beats Netherlands 2-1. And Spain beats France 2-1. Which sets up our final. Spain versus England. figured Spain would win this. They've been the better team all tournament. Although Gareth Southgate, he's now reached more tournament finals than I think any other English manager ever. Which I don't know how much that's really saying, but if you look at it from that standard, he's been very successful. But I know a lot of people have been very underwhelmed with his tactics on the field, things like that. But if he's getting results, you can go around circles on that all day long. I think he's definitely bought himself a longer tenure at the helm of this English squad, which is funny because England was still in the group stages and there was people calling for him to get fired, and now I think most fans, there may be an initial emotional outburst where they do want him fired because of the loss, but I think ultimately fans will come around and the majority of English fans will want him to stay. Even though I guess I sort of just spoiled it, but Spain won. Like I said, I thought Spain would win this. I felt like they would, but part of me was kind of pulling for England. I'd been singing "It's Coming Home" like non-stop the last 2 days. I've just been walking around the house going 3 lions on the shed, just doing it all. But in my mind, maybe safer. What was it? Was that Turkey versus what was that match really early in the tournament? I can't remember what it was, the group stage. Also, it was because the round of 16. I realize now I didn't put the round of 16 on here, but the person commenting that I went 8 to 8, it's because I predicted the round of 16 correctly. Switzerland beating Italy, England beating Slovakia, Netherlands beating Romania, Turkey beating Austria, Germany beating Denmark, Spain beating Georgia, France beating Belgium, and Portugal beating Slovenia. I realize now I gotta skip the round of 16 in this. But that's the one they said that I had accurately predicted. Which was funny because that was totally a shot in the dark. I think it was Turkey versus Georgia in the group stage, I want to say. But that was a really exciting match. That might be my favorite match to watch in this tournament. Again, I did not watch every match, but this was a very, very good final. All the goals I felt like were really good goals. That first Spain goal was really good. That English goal, I believe it was the Cole Palmer goal, was an absolute screamer. But just, a good match, which is good because sometimes the final can feel a bit lackluster. I remember 2014, the World Cup, Germany versus Brazil, that obviously got all the hype, that got all the fanfare because of 7-1 and all that, and there was all this excitement, but that wasn't the final. It was Germany versus Argentina in the final, right? Was it Argentina, or was it, pretty sure it was Argentina, like 99% sure. And that was like a 1-goal game, it was decided in extra time. It was kind of a slog fest. Wasn't really all that exciting. And that happens sometimes, or sometimes the earlier rounds are more exciting, the play's a bit more open. Another famous example, not in football, but you go to ice hockey, the Miracle on Ice, the USA beat the USSR, that wasn't the gold medal game. They still had to beat Sweden after that. So it's just funny how that works sometimes, but congratulations to Spain. They were a very exciting team to watch at this tournament. Really unfortunate for me. Germany, Mueller, I just would have liked to have seen him win something, because I have a feeling this next year at Bayern's going to be his final year, and with everything going on at Bayern Munich right now, I don't know if we're good enough to win the Bundesliga. Bundesliga, let alone Champions League. They don't talk about Champions League. So it's like Mueller going out after the career he's had, winning as much as he has, going out trophyless back-to-back years, I feel like will be really disappointing and kind of a sad footnote for his career, but that's neither here nor there. Let me know what you guys thought of the Euros if you watched it. Yeah. And if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.